all game. I guess what did you see on that end that led to that success?
Yeah, our defensive edge obviously wasn't where it needed to be tonight, and give Wisconsin credit for that. They came out, they were moving it, they had a lot of purpose in their offense with their cutting. They exposed us on our double teams with the double flood, and the guys were getting right in front of us. And it's something we worked on the last few days after what happened in Indiana. They were just throwing it up to the front of the rim to wear or renew and getting shots at the rim, and that's what happened in that first half. It forced us to go solo in our coverage in the post, and we were still giving up threes. And this is a team, when they're hitting their shots, it's one of the top teams in the country. I think they were making 6 a game, and they hit 13 on us tonight, and give them credit for that. They stepped up with a lot of confidence and knocked down their shots. Offensively, we played good enough to win, and this is a tough team to play against from that standpoint. We shoot almost 50% and almost 47 from the three-point line. And those numbers should be good enough at least to give yourself a chance to win. But when you give up 59% in the first half and 55% overall, you're not going to win very many games or put yourself in a position to win many games. I thought we were a little tired in our prep the last few days, and it's something I really challenged them on for these next 2 days leading into Purdue, is we have to have 2 of our best days of the season. And I give our guys credit. They've been very resilient this year. I look after that tough week, how we bounced back and played a couple of our best games of the year against Michigan State and against Kansas State, and had a nice little run going there. But again, give Wisconsin credit. This is one of the top teams in our league. I mean, the additions that they've made to this roster make them very difficult to guard, and they're always going to give a great effort on the defensive end of the floor.
Right. Do you have a sense of Bryce's health? And it looked like Jamarcus had his hand wrapped up.
Yeah, Jamarcus jammed his thumb a little bit in the first half, and we don't have anything on Bryce. We'll know more tomorrow.
Just ask for a mic, guys, if you would, please. Michael?
Casey seemed like he had, touch going, but I guess, did Wisconsin limit his ability to get as many touches as you would have liked him to get?
Yeah, I mean, they were in his face all game long. I mean, the fact that he squeezed off 10 of them against that type of coverage was pretty impressive. And, our guys, we talked about screening, and Wisconsin, they do a great job with their coverage. They've been running the same defense for a long time. And, when they key in on a guy like they did on Casey, for him to still go out and get 17, I thought was pretty impressive. So, again, give these guys credit. Greg is doing a hell of a job with his team, and I'm really impressed with this roster. You watch them on film and you see how good they are, but then when you see them in person and you face them like we did today, when they had it going from the offense like they did from the three-point line, this is a very, very dangerous team.
Right up front here.
Fred, you talked a lot about consistency, at least on the defensive end, from the performance against Indiana to this one. I mean, I guess, how do you get that to level out a little bit to where the defensive effort is the same from game to game, especially going against Purdue?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the thing that I think really stood out to us on film after the Indiana game was our hand activity, and we were very physical in that game, and we had to be from the opening tip once that ball went up in the air today, and we didn't have it like we did in the previous game. I think we forced 18 turnovers at 15 steals against Indiana. And listen, Wisconsin, they take care of the ball as well as anybody. And, again, when they got comfortable, it was hard to shut them off. And we just allowed that too early in this game, and that showed by the 59% in the first half. But I'll keep saying this, Wisconsin had a lot to do with that.
Fred, you touched on this, but what does Wisconsin do well offensively? What do they do to make things hard?
Well, they post it, they shoot it, and they drive it. Other than that, not too much.
Question up front here, please. Right to your left.
Oh, sorry. Fred, you got called for 3 offensive fouls on just setting basic screens. Is that something you brought up screens before, but was it just something that just stuck in the mud or not set long enough? What was the reason for that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into that too much right now, Mike, but, the one that bothered me, I think, was CJ running down the floor in transition. If we're going in there trying to set screens, get our guys open, if you get a few of those, I'm fine with it. But, yeah, that's all I'll say about it, Mike.
Any further questions for Coach?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Coach.